Like, follow and subscribe at BeamLDN for the latest and exclusive content. Yes, people, welcome to another episode of Beam. I'm your host, JR, and today I'm joined by a brother that's killing the fragrance game. You can't mention Oud without mentioning this guy's name, Mr. Black Oud himself, Waleed. How's it going, my bro?
Love, man. Thank you for taking time out to even, give me the opportunity to speak about it, man. But I appreciate it, man.
We appreciate the opportunity, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? We appreciate the opportunity. So, let's talk about you, bro, man, because you was born in Sweden.
Bro, how did you know? How did you know that?
You was born in Sweden.
Okay.
But yeah, talk about your upbringing, bro.
Okay, cool. Like everyone else, obviously I come from what's the word? I'm a foreigner like everyone else. Mom from Ethiopia, dad's Palestinian. We came to Europe, which was Sweden. Was there for about 10 years. First language was Swedish. Moved to London, South London, actually, Camberwell. Didn't know a word of English. So that was a bit of a culture shock for me. Obviously, I went to one of the most notorious schools in South London at the time, Jeffrey Chaucer. I don't know if you know that school. That school was mad. Like, it was a bit weird, man. I used to see the teachers getting beaten up and everything, man. So to me, that was a shock. Yeah, that was kind of it, man. So the age of 11, I was in the UK. I ended up coming to North London now. So I'm in North London now. So that's basically it.
Yeah, man. We're gonna get into how you end up in North London.
Yeah.
But a lot of people may recognize your face from Flawless.
You're just on me today. Oh my God, man.
Your dancing days. Yeah, you know what I mean?
You've done your research, man.
Of course, bro, man. So yeah, talk to me about, how did you even get into dancing, bro?
Alright, cool. So basically, I can't believe you, bro. CIA, FBI, I don't know who you're working with, bro, but you got me. Alright, cool. So basically, I used to dance in school. And how I got into dancing, I was good at it, got a bit of popular, got a bit of, people knew I was the dancer. So when I went to college now, I met someone else that was from Flawless. We was quite close. But before I got into Flawless, I used to dance with this group called Dice, which was owned by, people might know him now, a good friend of mine, Giano. He knows, he does a lot of parties. Okay. He's quite well connected. He rolls with like the BBK lot, Jamie and all of them. But his mom used to manage it. So this group called Dice, we used to be like 16, 17. We used to go to this community center dance. It was like a way out for us to it was kind of like a youth center type of thing, where we can kind of express ourselves. But it led on to other things. By the time, we got older and stuff, my friend left Dice. He went to join Flawless. And then one day, I was still dancing. But at the time, I don't know if you remember, back in the days, there used to be this rave called the Jump Off.
Yeah.
And every week, there was some madness. MC battles, twerking battles, breakdance battles.
Sick rave, man. It was a sick rave.
Yeah. So I basically went there to compete. So when I went there to compete, one of the Flawless people, the manager, he saw me and he said, you know what, bring him. He's from North. Let's see what he can kind of do. In Flawless, you had different kind of skills. So you had the guys that used to do the street dance. You had the guys that used to do backflips and gymnastics. And you had the guys that used to do other moves. So I was one of the people that used to do the backflips and gymnastics. And they called them more like the power moves. So I just ended up being part of the crew, was part of it. It was like family for about 2 years. and I just left when they entered Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
You know the whole hype between Diversity and
I
Flawless.
saw that still.
I just left it.
Yeah. What happened? So what? Yeah, was you mentioning that?
You know, it is. I kind of got into my religious side of things. Obviously, you can probably tell I'm Muslim and stuff. And I just felt like at the time, I felt as much as I enjoyed the dancing at the time, I just felt like it wasn't for me because of like, what's the word? I felt like, you know, when you're young, you want to do something. And I kind of wanted to secure my bag early, get a job, pattern myself. I feel like the dancing was a hustle, which obviously now some people have kind of like made it through. Like if you see Flawless, they got like their own school and stuff, and like, but there's some people, if you kind of like look up what they're doing now, some of them will say we've got nothing to show for it.
Right.
So I was one of the fortunate ones to kind of like leave a bit early, get a normal job, pattern something for myself, get a bit of life experience, because I was only 18 at the time, 28, between that age. Like I was very young, so I just felt like, raw, this is a hustle. You don't know when your next form of payment is coming. You're just traveling all over the place. We done mad events. We done Mobiles after party. We done like Nike. I don't know if you remember. There was a Nike Midnight Madness. They used to do this host events. We used to do it. We used to do that. We used to do Choice FM before they got taken over by, was it One Extra, Capital Extra?
Yeah,
was it cool? Yeah. So we used to do mad stuff. I used to do music videos for Madonna.
Sick.
Even when Asher D came out, when he went to prison, I done a music video for his first ever music. Like we done a lot of stuff, but I just felt like there wasn't a sense of security. So as that was there, I started getting religious. I moved out, went to a hostel. And you know, when you're by yourself, you have time to think, realizing like, raw, is this what I want to do? So I just called my manager one day and I said, look, I don't think the dance is for me. And it was a bit of a shock because it was unexpected. And at that time as well, we were sponsored by Nike. Like Nike was giving us tracksuits, trainers. We used to do like private corporate events for like people that in Nike before clothes got released. We used to wear them, fashion show type of thing. Private events in Nike Town. Used to shut down the whole Nike Town. We used to come there for like corporate type of clients. And all of those clothes, I dropped it off, and I said, look, I don't think this is for me. And that was the end of it.
Wow, man.
You understand? So after that, I kind of like disappeared into the sunset.
And I was gonna say, because like obviously dancing must have been a passion like for you.
It was obviously when you're good at something, it kind of is what keeps you motivated, especially when you're 18, 19 and you're getting shows, big shows like mobiles, after parties, music videos for big celebrities. You're meeting people. We was at that era when before, like, see Lethal B and all these people that got introduced to the industry.
Yeah.
We was with them.
Okay.
Like Professor Green, all that era.
Right.
So I don't know about my situation, but if I was still with them, I could have possibly gone far with them.
Definitely.
Because they went on Britain's Got Talent. After the Britain's Got Talent, they went on tour. They got to meet the Queen, all of this stuff. And I still talk to them till today. A lot of them, you know, they'll tell me the things they've done. They got to travel the world, competition, all of this stuff, like opportunities over opportunities. But they even got to do a first ever UK street dance movie out of it.
Sick.
Yeah,
sick.
It was called Street Dance. But these are the stuff that if I was still with them, I could have been with them. Could have been part of it as well. But obviously, we don't know. Sometimes you can plan, but God has a different plan.
For sure, man.
Do you understand? So, so that was kind of like it.
But after quitting dancing, you know what I mean? You talked about you really got into yourself into religion.
Yeah.
What was your mindset in terms of what you was going to do next?
I didn't have a mindset. I wasn't really clued up. I was thinking, need to get a job, make that money type of mindset. Because, you know, when you're doing the 9 to 5, you don't see no other way out till you get introduced to other things. And I even till today, I would have thought like I was going to do 9 to 5 for the rest of my life. Like that's what I thought. I thought like 9 to 5, that's me. But then as you develop and you grow older, you realize like, nah, like I only have one life. Like it can't be just this. Like I have to do something. Do you understand? even sometimes I think to myself, like, it can't be just UK. I need to go somewhere else.
Facts.
Like, let me see what the world, like the whole world is like it's a sheet. Like, just go anywhere, just
And
check
explore,
it out. You
explore,
understand?
yeah.
Obviously, UK, London is one of the most expensive cities of the world. It's got a lot of reputation behind it. But I don't feel like, you understand? You still got America, you still got LA, you got Florida, you got all these other beautiful places, Dubai. A lot of people come to Dubai now.
Yeah,
Like, a lot of my friends are living in, like, they're enjoying, they got the beach down the road, the sun every day, no stress of, like, the weather, people are nice, good food. Like,
what more could you want?
You understand?
So as I said in the introduction, you're kicking the fragrance game at the moment. Oud. How did you start? Who introduced you to start like selling oud? Like, how did that idea come about?
Okay, cool. So what happened was about 2 years ago, because my background was engineering by profession. So I done design and worked on computers and engineering. So what happened was, because of this whole hype of Brexit, I lost my job. And then I was in and out of work, 1 year on, 1 year off, working, not working. And I remember my work stopped. It wasn't consistent no more. So the money stopped piling up, the rent piling up, bailiffs starting to send me letters.
Whoa.
It got to that stage. So I called my friend one day. I said, like, bro, like, you need to patent me something. You need to give me something that I can do. And he said, you know what? Come and see me. So when I went to see him, he pulled out these plastic bottles. They look like test tubes looking plastic bottles.
Once you get a science class when using it.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, what am I gonna do with this? He said, bro, look, this is all I got. Take 5 of them. Don't even pay me. Pattern yourself out. And I said, like, raw, okay, cool. So I bought this little case, like a doctor's case. Like, you might see some people have them now, selling oud. So I bought this little case and I started rolling around with it. I'm just walking everywhere with it. Every man I stopped, I think he likes fragrance. I'm like, yo, look, I popped the case open, try this, he'll buy it off me. And then one day I met a client or a customer and he said, you know what? Why didn't you go Shepherd's Bush? Like, go there, slap a table on the street and try and see what you can do. I said, you know what? I'm on my own face already. What have I got to lose? So I got this little table and I went bush. I was there consistent for 2 years in the rain, in the snow, in the cold. Some days my oud turned ice. I had to go get hot water from the coffee shop, put the oud in there, make it look like more fluid. It was so cold, but I was consistent with it. And then it got to the point that I was there maybe a bit too much. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to come every single Fridays. You're going to catch me here. So that was building my consistency. And then every time I stopped someone, I said, follow me on Instagram, follow me. Yeah. I forced every single person that bought off me, follow me. And everyone's like looking like, but you ain't got that many followers. Like, I had 200, 500. It went to 1,000. And then later, when I hit the 1,000 mark, that's when people started respecting my hustle a bit more. Than like, oh, raw, you got quite a decent following. And that's when people wanted to follow me. Then I thought to myself, you know what, I need to get a place. So I found this place, but I couldn't afford it at the time. So I managed to do the Shepherd's Bush, save up money. I managed to save up about 1,500 in cash. I put a deposit on this place. I said, okay, boom, I got this place. But now what am I going to do? Like, I ain't got money to decorate it. I ain't got no shelf. I got no seats or nothing. It was like an empty shell. So I went out grinding, saving it up, come back. I'll paint 1 month. Grinding. Buy the sofas 1 month. Grinding. Buy the shelves 1 month. Grinding. Like, every month I will afford to get something.
Something else.
Yeah, I had to just save up every single month. But then what happened was the lockdown happened, and that's when my thing kind of went viral. Because I had a lot of stock, but I was stuck with it. Because now people can't come and buy it and stuff. So I announced, yo, whoever wants oud, I'll come to your door. And then from 4,000 followers, it went up to 8,000 followers.
So bro, I wanna ask you a question. I said because
I'm a bit scared of your questions. You know? your questions is like, where were you when this crime happened? Like,
bro, I got you. Don't watch that. I got you. Cool. A lot of people hear the term oud.
Okay, cool.
But may not understand the origin of oud.
Okay.
Explain what oud is, bro.
Okay, basically oud. Okay, basically fragrance is made from different type of ingredients, flowers, herb, even some things from animals. Oud is one of the world's most expensive material that's put into fragrance. and then some people call it liquid gold. So oud basically comes from a special tree called Aga tree, and this tree is only found in Southeast Asia, which is Burma, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia. And how oud is formed is basically when animals or insects scuff against the tree, it gets infected. The tree gets infected, and then it grows this kind of like fungus, like a little thing. And what people do, they cut out this little, they carve out this little section, and they start carving around it, so it becomes like a oud chip.
Right.
And that's how pure oud is formed. And then they cook it, not whipping it in the kitchen, but they cook it. And they make it in a liquid form. Yeah. That's why when you smell it, it's very woody, dark. Yeah. It's not very nice. It's potent. So that there that's pure oud. And that's what they use to put in other fragrances to mix it, to have that a little kick of oud. Does that make sense? Because pure oud, like I was saying earlier, a kilo of it can be worth up to £80,000. So that's very expensive. Yeah. And it's very it can be very potent as well. Oud as well, they say oud is the smell of success. If you want to smell successful, you want to smell like money, it's oud. It's like two type of watches. You got Rolex, you got Michael Kors. They both tell you you're running late. They both tell you the time. But the Rolex is what? It's a statement. Why do you need the Rolex? To show people I got a Rolex. Yeah. It's the same thing with oud. When you wear oud, you're telling people I'm a different league to you.
I'm a different level.
You understand? You understand? So that's what oud is as well. Okay. So
yeah, man. That's no. It's I'm glad you explained that, man. Because as I said, something even me, I can hear oud, but it's good to know the origins. So, bro, I want to talk about your brand, Black Oud. Firstly, where did the name Black Oud come from?
Okay, so basically, I remember I went to a meeting, and I was looking for investors. So at the time, I kind of needed that capital to push what I wanted to do, but when I was selling it originally, it didn't have a name or brand. I was just selling perfumes. But I felt like, you know what, I want to take it somewhere. I want to take it somewhere to the next level. So I needed that capital to kind of that cash injection to kind of push it. So I went to this meeting, and the original name was Black Musk at the time, because musk is another form of fragrance. It's similar to oud, but it's musk. So when I went to the meeting, the guys in the meeting was getting it wrong. Yo, yeah, Black Oud's gonna be like this. They'll keep on referring the brand to Black Oud. And I was getting frustrated. I was like, Black Musk. And then later that evening, I went home and I researched oud. And I realized that oud was getting popular, but it wasn't there yet. And I noticed the likes of, I'm allowed to mention brands, by the way? Or, okay, the likes of Tom Ford, they had oud wood. Gucci oud, you know, all these big brands, they were starting to Versace oud, they were introducing it. And I was like, nah, there's something here, let me jump on this. And plus oud was associated with luxury. So I thought, you know what, I can capitalize on this. So I thought, you know what, let me call it Black Oud. I didn't know where it was gonna take me, but I just knew that the associated with oud was money. Yeah. So I thought, you know what, I'm running with this. Yeah, so I called it Black Oud. And I wanted to kind of make it more personal, because I'm from London. Black Oud, I call it Black Oud London sometimes, to kind of make it, London. This is a London thing. Because you know, when you look at other brands, Chanel, Paris, or you understand? Yeah. I felt like there wasn't really London. You understand? So I added that London to it. So that kind of was the birth of Black Oud.
Sick, man.
So that was kind of
sick, man.
By the way, I never got the investors in the end.
Alright, cool.
Just let me throw that in there.
Cool. Well, you done well without them, bro. We can talk more anyway.
Yeah.
But a lot of celebrities really co-signed Black Oud.
Yeah.
The likes of Harry Pinero, Rimzee, Tim Westwood. Yeah. How did you go about getting these people on board?
Okay, these are the stuff that I don't usually talk about, but I'll keep it real. A lot of the celebrities, I don't know them personally, but because I have good links, or I know good people, and I've always learned that you being at the service of people will have your rent paid, which means that if you look out for people, you might not realize it. Later on the line, or later, they will think of you when you don't think nothing of it. So when you always got people, they'll be like, oh, I remember Junior had me 2 years ago, 3 years ago. His thing is popping now. Let me try and bust him. And that's how I kind of like helped. Because I kind of like knew Rimzee, he kind of patterned me Harry Pinero. Oh, and what makes it even mad, I already met Harry Pinero 2 years prior, selling oud. So when I was reintroduced to him through Rimzee, it made it easier. Do you understand? Or I'll give you the craziest story was Chucky Online. You know Chucky?
Yeah.
So he gave me a shout out. Because of his shout out, I had someone from So Solid Crew reach out to me, which is DJ Syndicate. I don't know if you know DJ Syndicate.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, so he's one of the Nike DJs there. So he reached out to me and he said, bro, like, look, I would love to try some of your oud. I said, no problem. I went to link him. And because I sincerely showed him so much love, he got his phone out. I didn't even ask him. He got his phone out. He said, bro, I'm going to start calling people. Start calling Romeo. Romeo ain't answering. Start calling Harvey. Harvey ain't answering. He said, you know what? I need to get you someone. Tim Westwood. Yo, you know Tim Westwood's got that. Yo, you know that. Yo, baby, or whatever how he talks. He just got happy. And he was like, yeah, I got my guy. He's got oud. He would love to meet you. He just made it happen. Took his number, linked him. And because you don't realize it, bro. Sometimes if you just show people love, people that it's the energy, you know. I don't like to talk the energy about too much because people is a bit saturated, but you know what I mean. When you set off good vibe with people will want to push you and help you.
Of course, bro.
Do you understand? Because they see you're trying your hardest, and that's what I feel like with my situation. A lot of the people that's in my circle, they ain't got nothing but love for me. Like even with Chucky, when I met one person, like I've been trying to get Chucky for about a year. When I met one of my close people, she basically messaged Chucky within 10 minutes. It happened. What I've been trying to do for 1 year
happened in 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah, I heard boom, 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 boom. 10 minutes. Link me here. Went to link him. That was that. You just need to know it's like a chess move. Everything has to be strategic. You need to know what you're doing. Yeah. Once you know it, it gets to the stage that everyone wants to be part of this hype. Even Suspect. Yeah, shout out to Suspect. When I first opened up this place, he was the first person, and you know where he's from. He's all the way from Peckham. Come out of his way, come here to come and check me, try out my ouds, which he didn't have to, and that even helped. So that's why I got love for him as well, because when I was starting, he made time for me.
Of course, bro.
So that's what it is, man. Sometimes when people believe in your brand and they got love for you, like
they help you.
They help you push your brand because they can see like the potential in it. And also, you know, you're trying your best to trying to do something with yourself. And that's why I live by it. You know, being at the favors of people will help you pay your rent. Meaning, like you might do something for someone and later on they will bust you with something that will get your rent paid. Meaning, the opportunity. That's what I mean. Like being at the service of people, have your rent paid.
Yeah, man. And you know what? It's funny you mentioned Suspect and a couple of others. I want to talk about the Black Oud challenge, man.
Okay.
Like, how did you come up with that, man?
Basically, with the Black Oud challenge, a lot of the time when I serve people, I pour it on the spot because I make it fresh for you. So I thought, you know what? It would be fun to see if they could do it. So that's how I kind of got the idea. So with Suspect, instead of just coming and smelling, I want to see you because you're quite an energetic person. You like to gas. Okay, here's your opportunity to show people what you're made of. Some people get it in. Some people just make a whole heap of mess. And some people are just like in between, getting it in, getting it not in. So it kind of rolled off that. But I kind of do it for celebrities because of I do it for everyone. Anyone can try it. But when I usually post it, it's because I like to see, okay, you lot like to gas. This is your time to shine. So
who do you think masters it the best? Who would you say?
I'll say Rimzee. Man like hacks. Man done it with one hand. It's just like
one hand.
That one hand.
Man like hacks in the house. Assalamu alaikum, my friend. Wa alaikum salam to everybody. I'm attempting the Black Oud London challenge for pouring the oil into the bottle. I know I will be very successful because as you can see, my vision is 100%. Okay. Right, let's have a little look at this. Let's have a little look. See, it's very tricky as to knowing when the oil's going. Oh, there we go. I think we're going to get this.
If you do this, you'll be the first person doing this.
Oh my God, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
You actually done it without holding up. That there is Tekers.
But a little bit fell on the ting, but still. I lie. That was good, isn't it?
No,
Assalamu alaikum, brother. Brother, look, no stain.
Usually done it as well. You know, UJ official.
Yeah.
Usually done it. There's a few people that's managed to do it, but there's a few people that just started throwing everywhere, man. Made a mess, man. But it's all, look, Oud, I wanted to give a better experience with Oud, like more of a enjoyment. You know, it doesn't have to be serious. You know, at the same time, I'm telling you, like, look, Oud is about this, and then you enjoy it, because this is something. A lot of the time, what I've learned as well, people always remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
So if I can make you feel good, not only smelling good, but you had a good session, you go home and think like, raw.
That's a good look, man.
That was a good vibe. I want to go back again.
Shit.
So now Suspect, he comes back. He came back the other day, and out of that, he's just saying, yo, I'm going to meet Ghetts. I can pattern something. Just give me something, I'll pattern you. Do you understand? It's just like, it bounces off each other. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, and that's how it is, man. And then when you grow it that much, automatically people want to be around you, because now you've got it to the stage that it's kind of like, it's like a snowball effect. It gets so big that you can't stop it now.
People
want
to be part of it, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things I noticed about you, bro, is the way you market Oud is very different to anything else that's out there.
You reckon?
So, like, I was saying this to you earlier off camera about the snakes.
Oh yeah, the snakes, man.
Tell me about that story, bro. Because
okay,
the snakes. Mad.
Okay, basically, I remember before I started the Oud thing, I said to my videographer, like, bro, what do you think of getting a snake? He goes, yeah, get it. And that was like a year, 2 years before we even got this far. So I had my photo shoot, or like a video shoot, and one of my guys, shout out to Flitch as well, he patterned it. He goes, look, I got a guy that got any animals you need, I can bring them. So right now I got some snakes with me. Shall I bring them? I'm like, whoa, snake. And these ain't no baby snakes. These like some, to me, it felt like anaconda snakes. Like, bro.
They look massive.
They were massive.
Like, I was like, this guy is willing to die for his brand.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, I was shook, fam.
Act natural, don't worry. Bro, I can act natural. Bro, I can act natural. Are you alright, fam? Look at me, fam. Bro, I'm gonna turn into Venom, fam. You're telling me act natural, fam.
And what made it worse on the day, people like, yo, calm down. I said, I'm about to, this is like some Jumanji thing, like, you're telling me to calm down. Like how you gonna tell me that, bro? I thought the snake was gonna bite my face. Like, it was on my, like, because with animals, they're unpredictable. Yeah. Like, you don't know how they're gonna move. And especially if, I don't know how snakes think. That's what they call the snake for a reason. Do you understand? Like, you know when people snake you, like, they come unexpected kind of thing. They'll snake you when you're not even thinking of it. So I thought the snake was gonna bite my face. I was shook. But obviously,
video came out sick though.
It came out good. Promo came out good. It got people talking about it. Obviously, I had a bit of negativity. People saying, you know what, snakes are evil. Why you got the snake and the Oud? What's going on? It is what it is. You can't please everyone.
I was gonna ask you about. You seem very calculated, bro. Like in terms of the moves that you make, even in the way you market your product. Have you ever thought about like venturing outside of Oud, like in terms of like getting into things like candles, air fresheners, or what's your thinking behind that?
Okay, a lot of the time when people build businesses that has products attached to it, people don't realize like building a brand is the easier bit. Like building a brand, having the colors, having whatever, the font, that's the easy bit. But now sourcing products for your brand is so hard. Like now, like for an example, when I speak to the manufacturers in China, I have to spend $100, send me a sample. If I don't like it, send me another. It takes time. Like product development is so hard. You want to make sure it's right before you release it to the public. It makes sense. It feels good. It smells good. And it's so hard. So once you, or for me anyway, once I try to perfect this area, then I can move on to the next area.
Right.
And then, do you understand? Because then this is solid. I don't need to come back to it.
Right.
This is 100. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now this is solid. Now I got two solid things that I know my supplier can deal with it. And it's like, you ain't going to feel disappointed. And you keep on moving on and adding products as well. And as well, the reason with the candle and stuff, I kind of wanted to make it in a way that when customers come to me, I want to introduce it slowly. So when you feel like, oh, what new have you got? Oh, I got these candles now. And now, not only are you coming for the oils or the fragrance, you're coming for candles.
Right.
And then later,
Could be
what
something
new
else.
have you got? I've got air fresheners now. Now you're coming for the oils, candles, and air fresheners. But if I release everything,
You just,
you've kind of come back. You don't need to come back to me.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to kind of slowly introduce you things. It's like a person that's thirsty. You just give them a drop and you're always going to stay thirsty. But if you give them a full cup, you're going to quench his thirst.
Facts, bro.
You understand?
Facts. And talking about people coming to you,
Yeah.
we're currently sat in the Black Oud Lounge.
Yeah, in the lounge.
Which is just, I wish people can see what I'm seeing right now. It's just an amazing space. So congratulations to you, bro.
Love, I appreciate that, man.
But where did the idea for you to come and create a space like this?
Okay, so basically, I go to Harrods quite a lot. By the way, it's not my lifestyle, but I like to see what's in.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time with fragrances is a luxury. People don't realize like brushing your teeth is an essential. You go into the shop, getting toothpaste, brushing your teeth, you have to do that. It's an essential. But with fragrance, it's a choice. So now it's a luxury. It's a choice, meaning it's up to you if you want to smell good or not. But the way people have done it is like, okay, for you to wear oud or fragrance, you have to shop in a certain place. And for you to shop in a certain place, you have to make a certain type of money. And for you to make a certain type of money, you have to be somebody. So that's why Harrods and Selfridges,
Prestige.
they made it for certain people. Like there's fragrances that are £300. They're making sure that people like you and me can't buy this stuff. Does that make sense? Because even the story behind Creed is like a lot of footballers used to buy it and it used to be cheaper than 200 and something pound. It used to be, I think it was 80 or 90 pound. But because people was rinsing it out, they put up the price. Because you hear stories about big brands that will say, we don't want certain demographic to wear our stuff.
Yeah, real talk.
They will tell you, we don't want this type of people to wear our stuff. So they put it up in a way that it filters out certain people. So that's why I go to Harrods to kind of see, because they got like a floor that's got the fragrance floor, but there's a 6th floor that people don't know about, which has little lounges. Does that make sense? So you can go up there, Christian Dior, there's other big brands, niche fragrances. So I used to go there a lot and I used to get the inspiration like, one day I want to open my Harrods in the ends type of vibe. So when you got a chance, go on the 6th floor, man. You see for yourself, man. There's a lot of like...
If they let me in, bro.
No, they'll let you in. It's open for everyone. But the only thing about that place is not like here, we offer coffee, refreshment, you can chill. There's a vibe. With there, it's very like, what would you like, sir? Okay, you're not buying nothing. Can you
leave?
Can you leave kind of vibe? But they won't say it to you, but the eyes will say it, you know?
Let's talk about a couple of big moves that you've made, man. GQ magazine was a big move.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
GQ magazine, they reached out to me actually. I don't know how they found me. They just said, we saw you on Instagram. And that to me, I thought it was a scam. I thought they were reaching out to me, trying to finesse me for some money. I was a bit bamboozled. Like I was like, raw, GQ, me, why me? Like they understand, like, no, we like your whole branding, you know, it fits well with our men grooming. We like to give you like a 3 months campaign to be part of it. And what made it even better, because of GQ, I got approached by Vogue. So I'm actually getting the Vogue as well because of it.
Sick.
But that's what I'm trying to say. You just have to keep your tunnel vision focus and do you, man, because you never know who's watching your moves. And I kind of realized that through GQ, because I never thought from selling on the street in the cold, I'll be in a GQ magazine. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so obviously when you're getting that type of energy or that type of love or that type of like raw, it shows like raw, this brand's got potential. Where else can I take it to? Do you understand? You never know. And that's why it kind of gave me the confidence to reach out to more celebrities, because it made me feel like, nah, I'm going to condition myself that this brand is the shizzle and you're going to have it on you, like it or not. Do you understand? And that's why I'm kind of like a bit hungry with it. And you know, when you start thinking like that, people automatically think like, raw. They're kind of like, yeah, this is the
thing to
yeah,
have.
this is,
and that's what I was gonna say, man. Like I was gonna ask you in terms of, because there's a lot of people that sell oud. There's a lot of people that sell fragrance in general. And you mentioned a couple of things about just being hungry and just being focused. But what would you say separates you from the rest of the people that sell fragrance out there?
Who else do you know has a lounge?
Facts.
You understand? No, but all jokes aside, I think with having a brand, it was really important. Always work on a USP, unique selling point. And I think for my unique selling point is having a lounge. And you probably will see a lot of people opening up lounges now. Same way with jewelers. A lot of people are starting to open up their little indoor stores, in offices, for jewelry. And that's just how it goes. But as long as you're consistent with your thing, like I was saying earlier, having a business is like a fight in a boxing ring. It's who can last the rounds. You know, have you got stamina? Can you ride it out? Because a lot of businesses that set up, 8% of them, they don't follow through because the passion dies. Like you have to always have the why factor, you know, you have to always have hunger. You have to always ask yourself, why am I doing this thing? Because one day when it's rainy and you can't be bothered, it just takes one drop of rain on your head. You're like, no, I'm not going out today. I'm not on it. It's too cold. So your why has to be so big that when you reach a wall during your journey, you're smashing through walls.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Because you know that you know why you're doing it.
Yeah, man.
Once you know your why, the how becomes easy.
And what's your why now? Because I trying to set the scene in terms of before, when you started selling oud on the streets, your why was survival.
Yeah.
Now you've got your lounge. A lot of celebrities co-signing you.
Yeah.
What's the why now? What motivates you now?
To build my own empire. Empire is important, man, because it's been days, bro. I was on my face. Do you understand? I had bailiffs running after me. Like, imagine, like now, obviously £600 not a lot, but when you ain't got it, it's a lot. Like, I had my car clamp. I had to cut off the clamp. Call my brethren, yo, come and cut the clamp off for me. Bailiff running me down. Yo, you stole my clamp. I had to take the clamp. You stole my clamp. We're going to call the police. Like, it's mad. Running after me. Like, I've never been in that position. I had to go quickly sell my car to rebuy any car to get that money, pay off the debt, all of this stuff. I had rent arrears. I had to go on GoFundMe page to pay my rent. Like, if you're low on your face like that,
GoFundMe page,
bro. GoFundMe page is usually for funerals. You know when someone's dead? Yeah. Like, people are trying to raise 10K. I was on that. So that's why I know being on your face what it's like. And I said to myself, I'm making sure I don't have a car till today because I want to drive a car comfortably without bailiffs after me. And all the money I've invested in my brand is because of I sacrificed not buying a car, because I could have easily bought a 10, 15K car, but eventually the novelty wears off. It becomes another bill. But now my business pays me the bill. It's like I'm coming to collect bills of my business. Like, you owe me the money. I'm your landlord of my business. That's the type of mindset you need to have. So with the bailiffs running after you, GoFundMe page, I was in a low position, and I said to myself, if I ever go through this again, I'm making sure I'm not gonna do that again, man. Yeah, and that's why sometimes going through a negative can help a positive, because you will make sure that it gives me flashbacks, man. It's just, you just make sure you ain't
deep, bro, man.
Yeah,
it's deep,
bro.
Man. Like, as I said, man, your journey is a crazy one. You're coming from, like, when people talk about are coming from the bottom, like, GoFundMe pages.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, man.
It's not embarrassing,
I even feel embarrassed to say it to you now, but because I want to keep it real.
It's not embarrassing, bro.
You understand? I want to keep it real, and you know what I'm saying? Like, anyone else, you can do it, but you need to be around the positive people that's always going to lift you up, people that believe in your brand more than you believe in your own brand. Sometimes you're going to have people, you're going to doubt yourself sometimes. Someone will say, yo, Beam is right now, that's popping, bro. Keep going. We're watching, we're rooting for you. And you're in your head thinking like, oh, Beam might flop. But there's other people, nah, keep on going, cheering you on. And you need those type of people in your team, bro. Does that make sense? And that's the only way you're going to make it. Yeah, because sometimes you will doubt yourself because you're only human. Yeah, man. Does that make sense?
And you know what I said, man? I said, like, we've talked about it, like, what you're doing now, bro, is inspiring other people. You know what I'm saying? Especially people that look up to you and be like, do you know what, man? I want to sell oud and I want to sell fragrances. Again, big up yourself, man. Yeah. What's next for you, bro, man? Like, what you got coming up? What are you working on next? If you can,
I don't know. You might have the answer before I have, because the way you're moving is like FBI. You understand?
Bro, man. What you got coming up, man? What's next for you,
I'm trying now. I'm trying to obviously build a franchise packaging, because I want to franchise my brand. I feel like I've kind of reached my pinnacle of my brand, meaning I felt like I've done what I've kind of like. I feel like I've reached the line. What else can I do except for expand? Yeah. So I feel like now I want to put a franchise packaging together, maybe offer franchise to people. If someone like to run their own Black Oud somewhere else, maybe offer that. There's a lot of people internationally that's reached out to me. I have people from Australia, Albania, all these weird locations, but let's see, innit? That's kind of like what I want to do, man. So
I'm excited, man. I'm excited, to be honest, man, to see what you got coming up next.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Let's see.
It's looking big, man. Where can people find you? Talk about Black Oud. Like, where, if people want fragrances, where can they hit you up, man?
Instagram, Black Oud London. Website, blackoudlondon.com. The lounge, booking a appointment. You can come, have an experience, check it out. Do the Black Oud challenge if you come. Yeah, just Google Oud, I guess. You might find me on Google's Black Oud. I'm quite there in the air, in the atmosphere. You'll find me. Sick, I'm not fully there, but you'll find me somewhere. You'll find me, man.
Sick, man.
So yeah,
bro. I just want to again, man, big yourself up, man. That you're doing big things. Like I said, thanks a lot for talking to us. And yeah, man, just excited to see what we got coming next.
No, man, I appreciate it for coming, and obviously I appreciate you even taking time out to have me on your show or talk show. Hopefully, yeah, man, be part of the journey, man, as they say, man.
Sick, man.
Believe the process. Believe in the process.
That's what we're trying to do, bro.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, love. Yeah, hello. Excellent. Yeah, I'm still busy. What are you saying? Are you far? Bro, even when I first started this thing, I had mans calling. They're like, bro, I'm outside your yard. 12 o'clock at night. I'm outside your yard. I wouldn't even answer, like, bro. I'm thinking, like, I'm not even selling crack, bro. It's not that deep, fam, bro. Chill, bro. It's only fragrance.